The following is a presentation of National Speed Sport News.
It's the hottest form of motorsport sweeping the country. They're small, but powerful and nasty. They're known as sprint carts. They're wild to drive and they make for great racing. And they're featured on Speed Sport. Welcome to Millbridge Speedway and our coverage of the Speed Sport Challenge presented by Tackle Grab from Earnhardt Outdoors. It's a beautiful night in North Carolina as we are set to make history. For the first time, Outlaw sprint carts will be racing on television. Hi everybody, I'm Ralph Sheheen alongside Erin Evernham, and that's right, some 60 Outlaw sprint carts have shown up here at Millbridge Speedway for the opportunity to race on TV for the first time. Now they say these carts are very similar to 410 sprint cars. Erin, you've won in those. You drove one of these last night. Is it similar?
Very similar. I was a very humbling experience last night. I got in the car, it vibrates a lot, and the steering is very sensitive. So, I thought I was going to go show up the boys. It didn't happen.
Let's show you how the program's going to unfold. Now, you score points when you're on the track, whether it's in qualifying or the heat races. Your point total will get you into or not into the main event later. We're going to have 6 heat races tonight. We've got 2 C mains and 2 B mains. And, of course, those points, as we said, will set you up, hopefully, for a shot at running for the Speed Sport Challenge coming up later. A lot of big names have shown up here to try out sprint kart racing, some for the first time, some repeat visitors. Derek Pernesiglio had a chance to talk to some of them.
Well, the Speed Sport Challenge is drawing big names to this event, and one of those big names is NASCAR Sprint Cup Series driver J.J. Yeley. What is it that piqued your interest to want to hop in one of these?
That I get to get dirty. I don't obviously get back to my roots very often. I've run a couple sprint car races this year. Finished first, I finished second, so hopefully I can keep that streak alive. Obviously, not a sprint car, but a sprint kart.
I got the luxury of coming here last year and being able to drive a car, and I never got to do this growing up. I went straight to sprint cars, so I think for me it's kind of like a childhood dream to come out here and race a go-kart and do it all the great drivers like Kyle Larson and Rico Abreu are doing, coming from these karts and making it to the big leagues.
I don't think the Outlaw karts have ever got a TV race like this, and this is what I grew up racing, these caged karts right here. And I was just surrounded by such great people, and I got so competitive, and luckily got to move through the ranks and got into the sprint car world, and hopefully boost my career to the stock car IndyCar world.
Those are some of the big names that are here. Also, Kevin Swindell, Tyler Reddick, and a bunch more as you'll see. Time now for the first of our bad boy buggy heats. Nick Hoffman in the Z82 was quick time. It's an inverted start. He will roll off 6th as we get ready to go green.
You'll see how aggressive they are on the start. All these drivers know how quickly the heat races go by and how important those positions are.
That's the 7 of Russ Ludwig, who started up front. He's already dropped back to 2nd. That's Slater in that black and green number 9. And yep, he only goes by the last name, just the one name, Slater, as the yellow comes out right away. As you see the 7 of Randy Burnett moving up to the front with the 11 of Buddy Kofoid right there. And then the 24X Rutger Worley up along the wall. Now, don't forget, it is a combination of those points. As you come out of qualifying and the heats, if you're top 10 in points when the bad boy buggy heat races are done, it's an automatic transfer to the main. So your finishing order here is important.
Exactly, and the heat races go by so fast, as I said, that it's really important. Those restarts are important. Every moment on that track, you got to be making passes.
Yeah, and it's only 8 laps, so you got to get on the gas in a hurry.
Yeah, it goes by awfully fast at 10 seconds per lap.
And speaking of getting on the gas, too, these guys are really only in one gear. Most of them in 4th, so it doesn't take long for these cars to get up to speed.
No, just like a sprint car, really. Direct drive.
There's a good look at the 7 of Randy Burnett with the 11 of Kofoid right behind him. Here we go. Back at it. Kofoid dropping to the bottom, trying to find that inner groove.
You can watch how much, you can see their arms moving inside the car. They are really all over the wheels of these things.
And everybody talks about the vibration as we watch Kofoid continuing to work that bottom, and Austin Reed in the black 14 hanging on in 14th. Look at the 7 of Burnett bouncing around.
That was a nice slide job right there.
You can actually see some of the guys picking up the front wheels too. These things pick up a lot of traction as they get heavy into the throttle.
Again, just like a sprint car, these cars are so similar to full-size sprint cars the way they drive.
great racing action up front here in the first of our 6 Bad Boy Buggy Heat races. This is what we came to expect as we were thinking about doing the Speed Sport Challenge here at Millbridge, and these guys are already delivering. Kofoid working that bottom, still down there. And the 7NY Jimmy Allen, you see him up here in the top 5 as well.
See the guys using multiple lanes on the racetrack. The track has been prepared really nicely. You can run all the way from the top to the bottom.
White flag, 1 to go. Burnett leading, Kofoid right behind him. Here is a man in that 8Z, that red car. That's Nick Hoffman. He was quick time, but the checker is going to go to Burnett with Kofoid right behind him. And deep in the finishing order is going to be where you find Nick Hoffman. So he got 100 points for taking the quick time, but he doesn't score very well in the heat race. So he's only going to pick up 75 points here in the heat.
Yeah, that's going to hurt him in the final outcome.
Let's check in now with Derek Pernesiglio with the winner from heat number 1.
Well, Randy Burnett climbs out of the car, very happy, very excited, but what a battle between you and Buddy Kofoid for the heat win.
Man, I tell you what, that was fun right there. It was great. I was trying to run high because I was trying to keep my momentum up, and he kept sliding underneath me, and I was like, he slid on me a couple times, and I was like, man, I'm just going to have to move down. So I did a crossover on him, got back by him, and I just kind of moved down, kind of took his line away. But, man, I got to thank Jeremy Burnett and Ashley Hoffman and everybody at Speed Sport, dude. This is awesome. Great deal for Outlaw Racing here on the East Coast. And I got to thank my guys, Will Gray, Jeremy Donnelly, for getting us in the show tonight.
Stay with us right here on Speed Sport. We'll be right back with more from Millbridge after these words here on MAVTV.
No matter where you cast your line or what you're angling for, discover new baits, lures, and techniques with Tackle Grab, powered by Earnhardt Outdoors. Each month, customized boxes of bait and tackle arrive to outfit your next excursion. Let the Earnhardts and Tackle Grab help you rediscover one of the world's favorite pastimes. Subscribe for yourself or a fellow fisherman at tacklegrab.com. Which memory will you discover next?
Race fans, whether you love dirt, asphalt, 2 wheels, or 4, you need to be Speed Sport equipped with cool t-shirts, awesome caps, and great Speed Sport swag. You can get your limited edition merchandise now. Just go to nationalspeedsportnews.com, click on the store link, and start shopping. Throwback tees, shop racks, and everything you need to be ready for the races. That's nationalspeedsportnews.com. Click the store link.